I was installed as Bishop of Cleveland on September 14th, 2020, and that is the Feast of the Triumph of the Cross. And I picked that on purpose because it was a time of carrying the cross for many people. That was important during the pandemic because we were carrying a cross as a church, as a society, as individuals, and many people in hospitals. We were carrying a cross, but Jesus was there to help ease that burden. And once the restrictions were lifted and things were starting to get back to normal, I was able to get out among people, which is the great joy of my life. What I like best about being a pastor, what I like best about being bishop is being with the people. There's so much diversity in the Diocese of Cleveland, and I've been able to experience that. I think people have a stereotype of what bishops are like. When people get to know me, they're surprised at how, I don't know how else to say this, but how normal I am, that I'm just like everyone else. People are surprised to hear that I do have a pet, and I have many pets, but it's not a dog, it's not a cat. I have tropical fish, and I've been in that hobby ever since I was a child. It's a joy to be able to have a little bit of reminiscence of my time as a biology major, and to understand how life works. And it's a beautiful thing. The Keeping the Faith initiative has been a priority in my life here as Bishop of Cleveland. We have great Catholic elementary schools. We have to keep them that way, and we need to continually make sure that everyone understands that it is the mission of the church to take care of every child who comes to us. It's an amazing thing to be in the state of Ohio and to know that we have the support of many legislators who really do see that parents are the first and primary educators of their children, and that the parents are the ones who are able to pick the best school for their children. I'm so pleased to say that our Catholic school enrollment is growing. We have so many different ways in which we make it possible for parents to choose the best education for their children. You know, we live in a very generous community where there just is a sense that people are blessed, they know they're blessed, and they want to share their blessing. They want to help the poor. They do want to help kids in Catholic schools. They want to help Catholic charities. They want to help their parishes. They want to help our diocese. It's a beautiful thing to say that I have found the people in Northeast Ohio to be among the most generous people I've known. We renovated the buildings of the Center for Pastoral Leadership in the seminary because of the generosity of people. Again, we have generous people. But one of the things that we were able to do because of the generosity of people in the Heart of the Shepherd campaign was to renovate the chapel, which we now call Mary Mother of the Good Shepherd Chapel. And I'm so proud of that chapel. What a beautiful place it is. I hope everyone gets a chance to see it. The most memorable event, there's so many. It's hard to say which one is the most memorable, but I would say gathering with the teens, the 3,000 teens at Public Auditorium 2 years ago was an outstanding event. Going with the Diocese of Cleveland to the Indianapolis for the Eucharistic Congress was an outstanding event. That great procession where we took Jesus into the streets, which is really symbolic of what we're meant to do. We're a church together, again, walking with Jesus. We're walking with Jesus. I would say that this year's rite of election, where we have more than 800 people gathered who want to come into the church, that was an outstanding event. That is a sign that we have something to offer. In May, I was blessed to ordain 8 men to the priesthood. This was the largest group I've ever ordained. It is the largest group we've had in several years for the Diocese of Cleveland. It's a testimony to the cultural vocations that we've developed in Cleveland. The pastoral letter was done after several years of reflecting on what do I think Jesus wants for this church. It's not my vision that I need to bring about, it's the vision of Jesus Christ for his church here in Cleveland that I need to bring about. And it goes back to the basics. Pray to Jesus. Learn how to tell your story. How do you share your story of why are you Christian? Why are you Catholic? So worship, evangelization, and service become so important. Summing up my 5 years here, I've found it to be an absolutely fascinating experience. I'm blessed every day as a bishop, every day. My Episcopal motto is serve the Lord with gladness. It comes from Psalm 100, verse 2. It sums up what I believe my life has been about, and that is one, to find happiness in serving others and serving the Lord. That I think that's the call for all of us, to find in this life the way to respond to God's call and to do it willingly and happily.